Hello there, and welcome to my channel, Novice Modelling and the Midlife Crisis. My name is Andy, and today we're going to be doing a what's in the box on my ICM 24024 1/24th scale Mercedes Type G4 with MG34 and German staff personnel. Now, I've got to be honest with you, I actually bought this and it was kind of a mistake, as I kind of thought it was the 135 Partisan version or something similar that ICM make, and it turned up and I was like, oh, it's a 124. I don't have any 124s. I'm not really that interested in 124s, but I have it, and I kind of had a peek in the box and went, oh, this is really awesome, so I decided to keep it. So there we go, there's a little history on what we're doing with the 124 when all I do is 172 and 135s. So as per normal, we're going to have a look at the sprues. We're going to have a read through the blurb on the front of the nice colour printed ICM sheet. We're going to go through the instructions, and we're going to have a look at the bits and bobs, and then we're just going to basically move on to something else. So first off, here we go. The personnel of the Wehrmacht Officer Corps were distinguished by their high standards. At the beginning of World War II, it represented a unique corporately closed organisation with its own notions of officer honour and moral principles. Many of them were former officers of the Imperial German Army. Staff officers played a significant role in the Wehrmacht, enjoying special attention and fulfilling crucial roles in directing operations at all stages of the war. A diverse fleet of vehicles, including the versatile off-road four-door sedan G4 W31, was used for the transportation of staff officers. Developed by Daimler-Benz in 1934, it was produced until 1939 in a version featuring a four-door convertible roof. This vehicle boasted an 8-cylinder engine with a power of 100 horsepower. Later models had 110 HP and accommodated 6 passengers. Some vehicles were equipped with MG34 machine guns, 1 or 2. They served the purpose of transporting the command staff of the Wehrmacht and were also employed for the protection and escort of staff columns. So, there we go. As we can see, we've got a driver, we've got a general guy, and we've got his adjutant, who's probably a lieutenant or a captain or some other minion for our high-ranking guy. So, as per is normally the way with ICM, we get a full double-page sprue setup, so we can see all the sprues and we can check them all in the box. As you can see with this one, we've got a separate part for the running boards and chassis. Comes with some rubber tyres, some clear parts, and these 2 MG34 machine guns. We also get a sprue with 3 officers attached. So we start off, as is normally the way with a sort of vehicle of this type, we start off with the engine, which, as you can imagine, is probably quite well detailed. And then we're going to finish the engine off, attaching it off sort of fan belt and our fan, a few other bits and bobs, and then we're going to go onto our fake rubber wheels, of which there are 6. We're going to start with the sort of chassis with the running board already attached, and we're going to start attaching some smaller parts. Moving on to the suspension springs, and these 2, I think these are going to be the rear hubs for the wheels. Section 10, we're looking at more springs. We're looking at the steering rack, and then we're going to start assembling all our bits of mechanicals together, like so. So there's our front wheels going on, and there's our double wheels for the back. Section 17, we're going to put the engine in. We're going to put this drive shaft on, and we're going to put our rather large and exhaust system on also. Section 18, we're going to attach our wheels. Section 19, we're going to look at the interior door cards. This looks like the interior body that we're going to attach them to, and we have a very large glazing piece to attach as well. We've got a rather nice sort of boot at the back, and then we're going to move on to our plush seats. I imagine they're kind of comfy. We're going to look at the front seats here, and then this is going to be the additional set of seats, possibly for the additional passengers. Not too sure what this is all about, but I'm sure we'll figure it out at some point. Here we're going to put the floor pan on. This looks like our instrument panel. We're going to put the rear seat in and these 2 pieces of the body together. Section 26, we're moving on to the rest of the seating arrangements. 2 front seats by the look of it, and this other additional seating. Here we're moving on to the bonnet. Headlights in 28, additional lighting in 29 with the number plate. Section 31, we're going to start putting the body onto our chassis, which is, as you can see, has already got all our mechanicals. The famous Mercedes grille. We're going to put the bonnet and the lighting instruments on the front. 32. 33, we're going to attach our spare wheels and an assortment of other bits and bobs. Don't know what 34 is, or that one. That looks like the rising hood. We've got a steering wheel in 37. 38, possibly fuel tanks, etc. Not quite sure. 39, we're going to start putting all our final little pieces on. We've got some cards to protect ourselves from the sun. We've got a gear shifter. Put the steering wheel on. Rear lights here. And on section 40, we're going to start looking at the twin MG34 mountings that we have. And section 46, we're going to stick those in their pre-appointed holes. Ending up with some painting diagrams that look like this one, which is obviously kind of more of a sort of a parade car. It has an IA number plate, which I believe is internal affairs, maybe, not sure. Or we have this version here with our covered headlights and our two MG34s attached. And then we have some painting diagrams for the 2 officers and the driver. So that's that bit done. Let's have a look at the parts, and yes, this is quite big. So here we have the chassis base, and we have the running boards, and as you can see, we've got some quite nice detail here with where you're on these footboards. All quite nice, no flash. Doesn't appear to be any problem with it. A little bit to file off there, so that's that piece done with. Our first big sprue. As we can see here, we've got our steering wheel. These look like door latches, perhaps. I think these are the sun visors. That's probably going to be the boot. I'm guessing that's going to be the fuel tank. Got a whole load of mechanical parts here that I'm not even going to try and identify. Running down the centre, we've got the wheels. There's our fan blade. I'm guessing that's the interior of the steering wheel, so that piece fits into that piece. Got some more mechanicals, probably the exhaust system, I'm thinking. Load of very nicely finely detailed suspension springs, probably the drive shaft, nicely detailed again. Gear shifter, I'm thinking that's a gear shifter. So there we go, so that's that part out, that's that sprue out the way. Let's move on to the next one. And this is going to be our folding hood. Kind of gives you a sense of the size, doesn't it, as well? Some more mechanical looking parts, more springs. Here's our big Daimler engine, the engine block. Some rather comfy looking plush, I'm guessing, going to be guessing leather seats. Again, here we've got the sort of bench seat. Probably the interior partition between the driver and the passenger compartment. There's the rest of the hood. That piece goes onto that piece. A few more mechanical parts. There's a whole load more of the engine. Wow, that's pretty big. That must have been the gearbox there, actually, and the transmission. That's what I'm thinking. So there's the engine. Yeah, there's my finger. That's quite big. So let's set sprue out of the way. Here we have some of the more interesting parts, I suppose you could say. Here we have one half of the vehicle's body. See, we've got a few holes here. Obviously, it comes with sort of attachable hinges. That's going to be where our door handles go. No flash, nothing wrong with it. All nice and good. That's the top of our bonnet. That's going to be the partition between the engine bay and our driver's compartment. So our console probably goes on that side, I'm reckoning. Don't know what that is. These are going to be parts of the hood that go on the side here. Here we have our first let's just turn that the right way up. These are the door cards off the inside, and as you can see, it's got a sort of holster attached to this pocket for a pistol, probably a Walter. So that's that one done. Oops. And we've got another one which is very similar. There's our other side of the body. That's going to be our floor pan. No idea what those two pieces are. There's the hood, sorry, the boot. A few more mechanicals, another door card with another pistol holster in it. What we got here, these are going to be some of the sort of pipes for the exhaust going into the engine, I'm thinking. That's the frame for our canopy. That's a really quite imposing sort of size for the windshield. There you go, that's my finger. That's almost as big as my finger to give you an idea of the size. Again, there's the Mercedes grille radiator. A few more mechanicals. These are going to, that's the headlamp section. Don't know what they are, possibly parts of the wheel housings. There's our Mercedes badge. Moving on to the last few sprues. Here we have one of our MG34 machine guns, which looks like it has some sort of magazine feed. These are going to be the mounting points for the gun. Another one of those looks to be exactly the same. You get some 8 fake or rubber tyres. There doesn't appear to be any writing on them, which is kind of a bit of a shame. Would have been nice to have Continental or something on them, I suppose. Yeah, maybe I'm just being a bit fussy there. Got our glazing section, which comes with these two headlamp parts. That's going to be our front windscreen. And these are going to be the two sections that go down the side here. So we've got the, that's going to be the rear windows, and that's going to be the front. Don't know what that is. Maybe that's going to be sort of part of the, don't know. Not sure what that part is. And we've got some more little lights here as well. We get only one option on the decals. As you can see, we get some sort of a flag to put on the front here, because these things come with these little flag posts. We get a full set of decals for instrument panel, and we get the one set of number plates, which has the IA on again. Internal affairs, anybody? Not too sure. The kind of bit that I kind of like about this, and it's kind of nice, is the figures, because they're so much bigger than what you normally get. I mean, ICM figures are normally kind of really nicely detailed, but these sort of pop with their detail. So let's look at this one first. I think this is going to be the general guy, because he's got the Iron Cross or the Knight's Cross here. So let's just get that up nice and close so you can see. So you can see this full-on sort of Vermag badge. You've got the pips on his shoulder bars. He's got his various badges and medals on his chest. He's got a holster. And there's his cap, which is two-piece. You have to put the brim onto the base. Let's see here. You've got your hand here. Nice creases on the sleeves. See, he's got a handle in the briefcase, or this one of these satchels in his hand. Nice creases on the boots and on the trousers. This one, yeah, we can see here we've got front pockets on the bottom half of his tunic. Guessing this guy is going to be the adjutant. He's got his, I don't know what that's called, this sort of braiding loop that sort of goes down. He's got a two-piece hat again. Faces, I always kind of like to look at the faces. The face is really well defined. Let's have a find another face. Where's the other? There's another face there. Probably the general, I'm right then. Really nicely defined face. And then we're going to have the driver guy here, which has got a pretty plain uniform. Got a satchel. You can see there, it's got some really nice detail on the buckles. So, I mean, all in all, it looks like a really nice kit. And considering it was sort of an accident buying this, I'm pretty happy with it. And I kind of think that, yeah, I mean, 124, I ain't going to start building lots of them, but for something like this, I can't remember how much it cost. I think it was sort of £28, £30 maybe. I think it's kind of nice to do an occasional kit, probably in 124, just to get the detail to pop that a little bit more, I suppose. That's about all I've got to say for this one. I did actually get an ICM brochure for their painting range, which obviously comes with all their little sets that they do for various things, and their full colour rainbow colour range. And I find this kind of interesting because I have actually got an ICM full colour pack, which I'll put that on a video sometime shortly, because I haven't actually tried them yet, apart from the black, because I needed some. And I'm pretty sure not many people use the ICMs, so I'm kind of interested, has anybody else got ICM paints, and do they use them, and what do they think about them? There's the question. So there we go. Plenty going on the channel at the moment. As you may or may not be aware, I went to Cornwall last week, and was very, very lucky to get privileged access to a very nice chap called Mikey, and his rather astounding collection of roughly 5,000 model kits that he has. And there's quite a few videos basically detailing his collection, which will be sort of drip fed to you over the next few weeks or months, to be honest with you. There's about 25 fits. I don't want to throw them all at you at once. I'll probably do 1 or 2 a week or something like that. We're also going to be starting belatedly our big plan, which kind of hopefully explains why I've gone to town buying tons and tons of kits, and we'll be building some kits shortly, hopefully 1 a week. That's the general plan anyway. So thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and as always, please do have a look at some of our other what's in the box kit reviews and some of our build videos, and we'll be doing tons more shortly. Be seeing you.